Okay, we are now in the lovely little town of Port Carling, Ontario, Muskoka Lakes area, and it's definitely built up since I used to come here when I was younger than Dylan, so maybe 9-ish. He's 13-ish now, so it definitely has changed. This whole stretch along here used to be all little houses and stuff. This was the other side of town here. Now it's all these, you know, cottage bistro, gourmet burgers, all these nice fancy looking stores and stuff. The old post office is still there. This little church is still there, and then it kind of goes down into the town, and then that's where the locks are and where the lake is. So we're gonna go have a look at that. I'm not gonna drone here though. I'm just gonna do the regular video camera stuff here. So let's head her down and have a look at these locks. There's actually two sets of locks here. There's a big one and then a small one. It's pretty cool. Okay, so this is the giant mountain here. Port Carling, Ontario. It's one of my little favorite towns, although it's getting really super touristy busy and it's sort of not turning into one of my favorite ones, but unfortunately things prosper and change, right? So she's not 1986 anymore, but oh, you wouldn't have to mow that too much, eh?
Well,
that's pretty cool. Yeah. So yeah, there's water kind of comes here and then around and out to the main lake. Oh man, we can do a boat tour again today. That was cool. We did that a couple of years ago. We came back from vacation. We came back down through here and like, oh, boat tour. Let's go. That was fun.
That's cool.
Yeah, I don't know if it's here or not now, right now, but that was pretty cool. Stinky, big diesel engine in it. It kind of stank a lot, but that was fun though. So we're gonna try to crash here and proceed. And then just down here is quite a flow. She's really moving. The other lake's a bit higher than the Lake Muskoka on the left side, so she's flowing out the dam dewey, I guess, here. So geez, it's not much different. Wow, because we've had all this rain. This is usually about 4 feet deeper here than this one, and there's hardly a difference there. We'll have to go look at that though. We'll go walk along this other shore here in a bit. It's definitely a lot harder than than it normally is. So, but anyways, let's get down here. We've got to go across the road and down and stuff here. So there's street lights, traffic lights here. When those go red, you stop. Of course. What happens is when the big boats go through the locks here, that bridge goes up. The boat can go through. It's really cool. They probably won't have that happen today. And it almost goes straight up though, this road. It's really cool. Through the major big locks here. This is the small lock down here where that guy's going. Well, that's really got a lot of current coming out of there. Holy cow, that's moving. That boat would have to be fighting a bit there to get up the current. But yeah, so oh, I know where we can go eat. Way over there, there's a Turtle Jack's. They don't like Turtle Jack's. That's actually kind of gross. But yeah, so this bridge goes up. I can't remember which way now. But I know there was a story when they first paved it, the pavement didn't adhere to the bridge and it all slid off. So the thing went up and it all slid off. Whoops. So let's go look at the big lock here first because we're closer over here. And have a look-see. Nice little park here too.
Lakes right now.
Okay, so these doors are closing. And yeah, there's not much difference. I think I just heard that guy say there's less than a meter between the two lakes, which is kind of weird. So these ones are closing, and then they'll raise the water about, well, you can see the level there, the darkness level. And that'll, bang, somehow that, you know, keeps the level. Now they'll be flooding this with a whole bunch of water in here to bring it up. Slowly you'll see that boat going up here, but we're probably not going to film that whole thing. That's a lot of water to have to move into there. But eventually we'll see the difference in the level here. This will be a little bit higher, and over here will be quite a bit lower. So it's hard to sort of see yet, but this is for the big Seguin, the big cruise ship that comes in here. It fits pretty much in this whole thing. And And then they go from lake to lake, and then this thing lifts off the bridge. Up she goes, right? Then he goes out. So you can sort of see the lifting be into there somewhere, I guess. I don't know. I'd like to see it go up. It'd be kind of cool, but yeah, the car's going across. Yeah.
I'd like to see the cruise ship going.
I don't know, but I'm not sure which side actually lifts. I think this side goes up, and that's the lift side there. I'm not sure. I can't remember now. It's been a long time. So it's funny that these people just didn't go through the other locks. You have to pay for this service. It's not free. It's not a free service, so. But let's go down here for a minute.
That's scary.
Hello. Hello.
Knocking on your door.
Yeah, come in. Wow, look at this current coming out of here. Holy jeez. Let's go down here, Dilly. I've never actually been down here before. Oh,
Shallow
there's
water.
geese up here. Watch for mines. Funny, the whole time we've been out today and looking at all these waterways and stuff, I've seen no geese.
Well,
Except for here. Except for here. So, yeah. Hello, pigeons. That scare ya?
Yeah.
Come some more. Yeah, they all hide under here. Great place to roost, eh? So, you could get some good exercise there just trying to paddle. Trying to keep up with that current.
You probably wouldn't move anywhere.
Well, let's go through the minefield here again. We'll go see if this locks. Then we'll go to the other end if we can make it back there in time. There's not much water to change here, so usually it's like over 3 meters, about 10 feet roughly. Okay, so you can see they're almost up to that water line and where this water line is, so it's not very much, not much difference. So let's go down here, Dilly. We'll watch them open up these doors. Hopefully we can get down here in time. That lady's crossing, so they won't do it yet, but we might not make it. Yeah, usually it's a lot more. But this year, so much rain. It's way different. Way more different. There's the the lock operator in there, that building. Oh, there they go. There she is. It's still a bit pouring in, eh? It's not exactly perfect, but that little bit doesn't make much of a difference. That's pretty cool, eh? I think they said something about this was the first one ever built in Ontario or Canada or something like that. I think so. I guess at one time this would have just been like a waterfall. You know, they had to re-engineer it and put her to the carpet, bud. He's gonna crash into it. He should have waited till it was open more. That boat really sits low in the water, eh? Little dive-in platform off the back. Crazy. Now the rest of them come in.
I'll walk down a bit.
You walking down here? Okay, I'll come down with you. Pardon me, still sick a little bit. I think their tomatoes need some water. Whole lake here, but you know. Oh, you're sitting down? This is the classic Muskoka bench chair. Whoa, jeez.
Look at the puppy.
Yeah, he's like, let me swim in. I love boats, but I don't want to own one. Too much pain in the rear end.
Just being in one is cool.
Yeah, they're fun. But they are very expensive.
I like our seaboats.
Oh, you need an out drive fixed? Yeah, that's $8 grand. Oh, we need engine work? Oh yeah, 50 grand for whatever, you know.
I want an RC boat.
RC boat, yeah, it'd be cool too. One-to-one boat, I don't know. Not my thing. Not my thing to own. Plus, you gotta have somewhere for it. You know, these people probably have a cottage up here. Little story: when we took that big boat cruise, which usually parks off of here, it's not here today. I asked him, I'm like, some of these cottages out here are like, see if I can zoom in. Okay, this red roof way over there, for instance. That joint there is freaking huge. I don't know how people afford that unless they're already millionaires. Well, I asked the guy on the boat cruise, I'm like, how the heck do these people afford these things? And that's probably a small one compared to some It's like, how do these people afford these things? It's like, oh, it's all family, you know, hand-me-down kind of thing. You know, grandpa, great-grandpa, or whatever had one way back in the 20s. It was like dirt cheap. You know, passed on to his son, passed on to his son, passed on to the, you know, the next son. That's how they afforded it all. So he's like, yeah, nowadays nobody will be able to afford any of these cottages up here unless you're already a gazillionaire or Bill Gates or something, right? So, you know, up here, $5 million for a cottage wouldn't be out of the question. I know the one guy from what they call, he's a home builder for Mattamy Homes, bought an island out here for his son. It was $4 million. A little tiny island, just enough to put a cottage and a dock on. It's ridiculous. $4 million. So, but anyways, I guess they're gonna go down in the world a little bit and then out the other side. Sweet. Bam, locked. So we're gonna go look at this small locks now. Don't know if anybody's using this one or not. They all seem to be using the other side for some weird reason. I don't know why. But maybe there's something with the higher water here. It's weird. I don't know. It's really high. The lake coming into this lake's really high. Holy jeez. Oh, there's somebody in this one though. Sometimes this one's use your own lock. I think, I don't know if this is a free one or what. It's just closing now for this side. Sometimes there's an operator here. Other times you just kind of reach through and use the handle yourself. It's kind of cool. So, yeah. It seems funny they got the one real big one there and then they got this smaller one. Maybe 2-3 boats can go in here at once. But wow, it's not much difference in height right now. Just open her up, bud. Let her go. That's why all these are wide open. Usually they only have 1 or 2 open. That's pretty cool. Well, there's a really nice old wooden boat up in here. Let's see if we can catch him going out. Let's just walk past, Dilly. Wow, that didn't take long to fill up. We barely got here and they're opening it already. That's crazy. This one's ran by big hydraulic cylinders. It's pretty cool. Pretty darn cool. Wow, this is amazing how high this is. Holy cow. I know we had a lot of rain, but man, oh man. I've never seen it like this. I don't, you know, come up here too often, but I've never seen it like this. Cool, eh, Peanut? Yeah, a little bit. Fired up. We're opened for business. Yeah, I think they operated that themselves. She's getting back in the boat here now. It's funny. Do it yourself. Maybe this one's free then. I don't know. Geez, that thing's running super quiet. Pretty sweet. Old wooden boats coming past here. It's nice looking. You actually still see the bottom in there. I guess that's where the lock hits down on the bottom. It's got a seal around all 3 edges, right? Gurgly, gurgly, gurgly. Sweet. That's pretty cool. Some jet skis coming in here now. See-doo. So she's going to get off and, I presume, run the Dewey here. I don't know how that works. So yeah, she's just gone to the door there, doing it herself. We'll go look at that after they're done. I think there's a handle or something inside there that you just kind of close, open. It kind of does it, but you do have to pay for this. I don't know how they're doing that. It's pretty cool. It's kind of do it yourself, and there's no attendant or anything. lower the water down, and that's pretty crazy. This thing sucks the water out pretty quick here too. What size of the nuts, eh, on that thing? Oh, jeez. Big nuts. Yeah.
The small lock is unsupervised, self-operated.
Oh, sweet. We could just play with it all day. And I guess now the water gets sucked down. Boy, that's going down really fast. Like really fast. It's pumping a lot of gallon a minute. That's a pretty cool thing, isn't it? Sure, walk right in front when I'm recording. Sure. There's your difference right there, about a meter-ish or so. There's the water leaking out here a bit. Oh, a little bit. You see the levels up high here, and it's found a way through the concrete, I guess. Over there too, a little bit. It's leaking. That's okay, it won't make a difference. Not a big difference anyways. She's opening up the other side there now. That's pretty cool. Pretty darn cool. We'll look at this thing after here. Juice it. Jet drive, eh? Sweet. Okay, let's go look at this mechanism in here. But you do have to pay, and I don't understand how. Maybe we'll find out here. So, one-way passage is $31 for a small commercial boat. Recreational boat, $9. There's, you know, large locks. There's all your prices if you want to read it. But how do you pay? I don't understand. Because you just reach in here and do the thing. Like, I don't know. New. Push the button before operating the lock. This starts the motor. Hydraulic start. Handle in center position. Handle towards open gate and stop yellow tag. Push handle in and hold there until the gate closes. Locks fill, drains in opposite gates, opens completely. Release handle and return to center position. Oh, that's kind of cool. So there's basically opens one way, opens the other way. There's a seat in there. I don't know. It's kind of cool. But how do you pay? It's the honor system. Oh yeah, they're just putting money in there. There's just like cash in there. Like that's quite the honor system, I guess. Oh well, that's good. Still. But I bet you there's 98% of people come through who don't pay. Yeah. Probably. Holy jeez, eh? That's really cool. Well, yeah, that's it, eh? It's just, yeah. Where am I going to put money? So, I don't know. That's pretty cool. I'll see if I can get in there and not drop the camera. Kind of cool, I guess. Huh. That's crazy. Help yourself. Okay, way over here, there's a building with a big painting on it. And it's really unique. We gotta go look at that. That's this one way over here. It's really cool. This guy's peeing. That's funny. I think that's something to do with the engine cooling. For some reason they made it do that. I don't know, there's actually a port in the back of those things that squirts the water out. So that water will be somewhat warm probably too. That's funny. It's kind of rude looking actually. When they're going, it just flings water like crazy, so I don't know, crazy. Anyways, let's go look at this building. Okay, so the side of this building is a picture of pictures. And that's a picture of the RMS Seguin, I believe. Kind of hard to tell. No, say SAG. AMO, Sagamo. I think that one sank. Sankamo. But it's all covered in pictures of pictures, so we'll get a bit closer and have a look at some of the old people that used to live here, I guess. Pretty cool. So, there we go. Some old pictures. That's kind of cool, eh? What a good idea. Some old picture in the old canoe. You know, you need lighter pictures for the boat, so you get up to these where it's getting like lighter, right? And somehow you see the boat come out of it. It's pretty cool. I guess it's like a vinyl-y stuff or something printed, I don't know. It's been here for quite a few years, so. There's a boat works place that used to be here, I believe. So there's some of the brighter areas, brighter pictures up there. That's pretty neat. The Seabird. The disappearing propeller boat was built here in Port Carling, Ontario, way back, like way back. And I don't see any pictures of them, but there's a good video on YouTube of the disappearing propeller boat. Basically a canoe with, there's one of the old steamships. Basically a canoe with a retractable propeller motor in it. And you could go over logs and stuff. I just don't see any of the pictures of it here. But that's pretty cool. So there's some engine pictures up there and stuff. And oh man, that would have cost a fortune to have this done. Holy jeez. Some portraits too of some old people from way back, long gone, no doubt. That's pretty sweet. Can't even see half the pictures that are up here though. It's so cool. Now where was, S-A-G-A-M-O, Sagamo. I believe that was the sister ship to the Sagwin. And that one sank. The Sagamo sank. I think that was the story. Anyways, it's been a long time. I can't really remember everything now. But even on the windowsills up there and stuff, they've got pictures. Blend it all in, eh? So sweet. There's a picture of the Sagamo. There's one here too. Sagamo ship. It's the ship that's in the picture on here. It's pretty sweet.
Another
Sagamo Islander. Yeah, I guess there was a few of them. I think the RMS Sagwin is the only one that's still going now.
There's a picture
Today.
right there, like of being built.
Yeah, there's the boat shops and stuff. Man, it even goes way over here. Trees in the way now, but I don't know what this part of the picture is. I can't remember. Oh well, there's a lot of work on that, isn't there? Holy, I'm sure. Well, I've seen this guy a few times up here. That guy's picture, I've seen him a few times. He's there and he's up there, and I've seen him a few on the front. So they just kind of repeat the pictures. So yeah, that's pretty cool though. Holy cow! Oh, there's one last look at the portrait of the portraits. It's pretty cool. You can see the ship now. And that's like some kind of building. I don't know what that was over there. It doesn't really tell you. So this is this Duke's here was the old marina from way back. There was like nothing else hardly here when I was a kid. You know, you'd buy your gas there and stuff, and it was like way expensive. Gas at the dock is always more expensive. So, but anyways, I guess we'll start making tracks home. Got a long drive home. It's about 2.5 hours from us here, roughly. So, gotta find some dinner somewhere too, eh?
Food.
Yeah. Okay, let's go home. Oh, an apple tree. You can fill up on apples. Yeah.
No, don't. That'll make you sick.
Stop, Dilly. That says. There you go. If you want to read about the DP boat. DPB. Disappearing propeller boat. Pause that and read it. It's pretty sweet.
Maybe you remember this sound. It's the unmistakable sound of the disappearing propeller boat, or Dispro, or DP, or most commonly, Dippie. This is the annual regatta of the Disappearing Propeller Boat Owners Association. The association is a mixture of club and support group.
Don't you know how to work a boat, Bill?
As the Dippie's been best described as a source of exasperation, pride, annoyance, and devotion. The boat was produced from 1915 until the 50s, but most were made in the 1920s. The boat was made possible by the development of lightweight gasoline engines and the perfection of the ingenious device that gives the boat its name, the disappearing propeller. The device allows the operator to lift the propeller up into a housing. This gives the boat the ability to go almost anywhere a canoe can go, as the boat will still move with as little as an inch of propeller blade sticking out the bottom. As a further bonus, the whole contraption will retract itself automatically if you strike a log or a shoal. Usually. The engine and device give the roly-poly hull a low center of gravity, which leads to remarkable performance in rough water. The basic Dispro design is just about perfect for Muskoka waters, and the bulk of the boats were built in Port Carling, but shipped all over the world. Owning a Dippie ensures that you will never have nothing to do. Fortunately, most Dippie ills can be fixed with a little wire, rope, and plumbing packing. Even with several minor problems, the boats will still run, which gives them the unusual reputation of being simultaneously cantankerous and ultra-reliable. Over the years of production, Dippies were fitted with several different engines, mostly single-cylinder, and each with their own personalities. Starting this 1920s silent Dispro is simplicity itself. With the gas and ignition turned on, the mixture richened a little but not too much, steal a little gas from the carburetor. Pour that into the prime cup. Suck it into the engine, and close the prime cup. Don't forget to tweak the timing. Now you give it a little flip, and another little flip. In operation, the throttle is fixed, and the engine's speed is controlled solely by spark timing. Advancing the timing speeds up the engine. Advancing the timing too much too soon makes the engine backfire and run backwards. It's a feature. Fancier models have remote controls for these functions, but still require the same amount of flipping. This is the electric start St. Lawrence engine. This is the two-cylinder Coventry Victor Midget. This is an imitation of the Coventry Victor Midget. The last disappearing propeller boat was produced in 1958. The most often cited reason for their demise was the invention and perfection of the outboard motor. For various inherent design reasons, the Dispro couldn't make use of a larger engine and propeller, and was unable to putt into the second half of the century. In their efforts to sell boats, the company often stretched the truth a bit, but one advertising claim remains undisputed by anyone who's ever had a ride in one. They are truly the greatest little motorboat afloat.
Well, we made her home, and the total trip today was 422.8 kilometers. 6 hours and 15 minutes of driving. I guess that, because I did zero that out this morning when we got gas. So we used 53 liters of fuel. It's not really too bad. Some of it was fairly fast driving, you know, which kind of burns it up really fast. But average of 12.5 liters per 100. That's pretty good for a truck, a heavyish truck, you know. So there we go. But we're home. We're still even under, you know, half a tank of fuel used. So that's good. And I filled that up this morning with Super Extra Awesome Supreme for the turbos, and I think it was about 70 bucks. So, and it was down just a little bit below half a tank. So that cost us probably about 60 bucks maybe to drive all that today. So, you know, that's not too bad. But anyways, that's it. Gonna hit her out. Sorry she was a longer video, but sometimes longer is pretty sweet, man. We ran into a lot of cool stuff today. Yeah, I had fun. Hopefully you guys had fun, and I'm really tired now. That was a lot of driving, so we'll catch you later, and have yourselves a good night. And yes, I am outside of the gates.